What's going on YouTube? This is Aaron here with Day 5 Aquatics, just bringing you an update video on my Sunfish tank. Everything is going really well. Haven't been able to clean this tank in a couple weeks, so it's looking really dirty right now. It actually looks a lot better than I expected to after having been kind of out of commission for a while. What had happened was I got a really bad kidney infection 2 weeks ago, and then right as I recovered from that, I had to leave to go out of town for a whole week. So I was not able to take care of this tank. So I was expecting to come back to find a lot of brown algae all over the glass, to find a ton of fish poop everywhere. But surprisingly, I mean, it's definitely dirty. The tank definitely needs cleaned right now. But surprisingly, it's not in that bad a shape. So I'm really kind of impressed by that, really glad about that. The duckweed has done a really good job of keeping the nitrate levels down. They are starting to rise, and so I definitely do need to do a water change, and we'll be doing that very shortly. But yeah, came back and was glad to see the tank is doing well. You can see Zelda up there in the top corner swimming around. She's getting big. She's getting some real size to her. Now, when she gets full grown, she could be the size of a dinner plate, and that's just her shell. So she has the potential to become a massive turtle. I'm going to try and keep her in this tank her whole life if I can. If she does end up somewhat outgrowing it, I'll have to. I don't think I don't have the opportunity or the ability to get a bigger tank. At least, definitely not in my current situation. So if that comes to it, I will definitely make proper arrangements for her. She's a lot of fun. She's a bit skittish sometimes when it comes to, sticking my hand in the tank or getting too close too quickly. She's a bit nervous sometimes, but she has a ton of personality. She doesn't bother any of the fish. She's just a whole lot of fun to have in the tank. I really like her. I'm hoping to be able to keep her. I may have to beef up the filtration a little bit, and up my water change, schedule a little bit more. But I'm going to do what I can to keep this turtle. I'm going to change the basking area around. I don't like the box on the back. It's really loud when she climbs into it. It makes a lot of noise and it scares her. So I'm going to try and do what I did at home and make the basking area over the center of the tank. That way, if she does get spooked at all, she is right there at the water. She can dive back into the water from multiple different angles. I've already kind of priced in material for it and stuff like that. So hopefully by the end of this year, I'll have something like that built for her. And I'll probably redo the lights and stuff in this tank to match what I've got at home. The sunfish are doing really well. I do need to thin out the number though. I've kind of decided which ones I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep 3 males, which I was originally only going to keep 2, but I've got that one little guy in the middle, he's not as little as he was, but he is just such a stunner as far as color goes, and he's such a great eater. He's probably the best eater I have in the tank, which means he's got potential to become just a really stunning adult male, and I don't want to get rid of him. So I'm going to get rid of the smaller ones and then one of the larger females, and so I will end up with a 3-and-3 mix, which isn't absolutely ideal, but I think it'll work pretty well with the structure that I have in the tank and everything. I'm going to hang on to the green sunfish for a while. I'm not ready to give him up, the little tiny guy. I don't know where he's at, but I'm going to hang on to him for a while. I still like him, like having him in the tank. If that changes, then he'll go into the pond where the rest of them are going. So, but yeah, tank's doing well. I think 6 is going to be the max number that I can keep in here successfully and with any kind of, realistically, I should say. Realistically, 6 is about what I can keep in here, and that should be good. It'll still be probably pretty active. I mean, it's really active now because there's a lot of them in there. But there'll be some more activity. I mean, there'll be some activity and stuff. It won't be very boring. but I think 6 is a good number to end up with in here. So I'm going to start clearing those out here in the next week or two, maybe 1 or 2 with a water change, and then just kind of take them over to the pond and dump them in there. It's illegal to return them back to the wild, so I can't do that. So basically my choice is a private pond that's not connected to any local waterways, and so that's what I'll end up doing. So yeah, tank's doing well, guys. Sorry it's filthy. I have been out of it for a couple weeks, so but fish are doing really well. Zelda's doing really well. Getting really big. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week. Later.